computer. In other words, they say butts in the seat, what have you. You want people to watch your presentation to see what it is that you want to share with them. It could be a presentation where you, of course, have an offer at the end, or it could be a presentation where you just sharing value, building a list. Building a report with your list. Causing those bonds that become closer and stronger and more solidified, or whatever the case is. You can have all these things going on with your particular crowd or your audience. Now, once they come to the presentation, we want to track exactly how many people showed up. So we'll see how well our follow-up system is. Okay, and let me just dive over to that particular area of the software to show you how that works. I can find it here. All right, let's just go back over here, and I'm going to go into a previous webinar that we did, and it was, again, this platform is very new, so I don't have very many. What I did, we did a iPro Hangout here, a webinar here just the other day, and what happens is it allows us to come in here and check the analytics of the presentation that we did. Okay, and it was here. And then select the session. The session was April the 2nd. We click go, and now it brings us some stats that we can kind of view and check and see how everything did for this particular webinar. This has nothing to do with any other webinar within the platform. It's only this webinar that's going to give us the stats. Okay, here we had 24 unique visitors. Of the 24 unique visitors, 10 of them registered. So we had a 41.67% sign up rate, right? Out of the 10 that registered, 9 people showed up live to the presentation. Okay, that's a 90% show up rate, right? And of course, after the presentation, you have the replay link that goes out, and you had 2 people that watched the replay, which was a 20% show up rate for the replay. All right, now that's on the analytics traffic session. Now we can look at analytics inside of the webinar, right? We can see the webinar length was 1 hour and 55 minutes and 1 second. Average time of individuals inside of the webinar live room was 41 minutes and 40 seconds, right? Average time in the replay was 1:40. So they pretty much watched the whole replay for the ones that did watch the replay. All right, now the engagement shows us that 60% of your attendees saw the full live webinar. That's pretty good in my opinion. Anything over 50% has got to be pretty good. All right, and then the webinar replay, we had 2 attendees at 1 hour. So 50% of your attendees saw the full replay webinar. So 50%, so out of 2 people, 1 person saw the whole presentation or the replay. All right, and then displayed offers. We didn't have any displayed offers in this particular webinar, so nothing's showing here. Okay, now we had some polls that we just threw up, right? We had a poll that asked how long have they been in iPro, and we had 3 people voted, right? Because I think a lot of them, we did this poll really early, and some of them came a lot later, so everybody didn't get a chance to vote. So we had, of course, this poll. We asked them how long have they been in, and nobody less than 6 months. We had the majority of the people that was in 6 to 12 months, and then a year or longer, we had 33%. So the majority of our participants, well, again, we're getting feedback. We're trying to find out about our audience. We're trying to find about, our avatar, those that are actually in our particular niche in this particular program. Okay, so we're getting feedback, valuable feedback that we can use to help us, right? And then we asked the question, another poll, what is your biggest struggle? Was it traffic? Was it tech issues? Was it content creation? Was it being consistent? And as you can see, being consistent was the biggest issue that our 3 people that voted was dealing with. And of course, it gives you the opportunity to download the chat history so that you can do what we call a replica replay. So you can basically almost do an automated webinar with the same content, same questions, same individuals flowing through the webinar. Okay, so that is the analytics inside of your